Imagine an animal that can take down a water buffalo 10 times its own weight. A creature whose saliva is a toxic cocktail of venom, capable of sending its prey into shock and then slowly, inexorably, shutting down its body. This isn't a monster from a fantasy novel or a relic from the age of dinosaurs, though it certainly looks the part. This is the Komodo dragon, the largest and most formidable lizard on Earth. To stand in its presence is to feel a primal thrill, a deep-seated respect for a hunter that has perfected its craft over millions of years. It's a living, breathing connection to a wilder, more ancient world, a world where giants still roam. An adult male Komodo dragon is an imposing sight, often exceeding 9 feet in length and weighing close to 200 pounds. The largest recorded specimen was a colossal 10.3 feet long and weighed an astonishing 366 pounds. Their stocky, muscular legs are bowed outwards, giving them a distinctive rolling gait, but don't let that fool you. They can charge in short bursts at speeds of up to 12 miles per hour, fast enough to catch fleeing prey off guard. Their scales are rough, pebbled, and reinforced with tiny bones called osteoderms. This bony armor makes their hide incredibly tough. Their feet are armed with long, curved, and razor-sharp claws essential for gripping the earth as they run and for tearing into the tough hides of their prey. Perhaps the most iconic feature of the Komodo dragon is its long, yellow, forked tongue. Like a snake, the dragon constantly flicks its tongue in and out, sampling the air. This incredible sense allows it to detect a decaying carcass from as far as 6 miles away, guiding it with pinpoint accuracy. The Komodo dragon is a creature of immense exclusivity. Its entire wild population is confined to a tiny cluster of islands in the Lesser Sunda archipelago of Indonesia. The main strongholds are the islands of Komodo, Rinca, Gili Motang, and Padar, which together form the Komodo National Park. The landscape is a dramatic mix of dry, tropical savanna, open grassland, and pockets of dense monsoon forest tucked away in sheltered valleys. During the long dry season, the islands can seem harsh and unforgiving, but this environment provides the perfect backdrop for the dragons. The isolation of these islands is precisely what allowed the Komodo dragon to evolve into the giant it is today. This phenomenon is known as island gigantism. The islands of the Komodo National Park are not just a home. They are the evolutionary crucible that forged this magnificent beast. The Komodo dragon is the ultimate ambush predator. A dragon will often lie in wait for hours, perfectly camouflaged against the dirt and scrub along a well-worn game trail. It remains almost completely motionless, waiting for an unsuspecting Timor deer, wild pig, or even a massive water buffalo to wander within striking range. When the moment arrives, the attack is swift and brutal. In a blur of motion, the dragon lunges from its hiding spot, aiming for the legs or underbelly of its target. It uses its powerful legs to charge and its serrated teeth to inflict a deep, slashing wound. The real weapon is deployed with the bite, a potent venom that flows from glands in its lower jaw. This venom is a complex cocktail of toxins that prevents blood from clotting, causes a massive drop in blood pressure, and sends the victim into a state of shock. The dragon will then begin to track its victim, using that incredible forked tongue to follow the scent of blood and venom. This can be a slow, patient pursuit that lasts for hours or even days. Once the prey is down, the feeding can begin, and it is a spectacle of primal ferocity. It can consume an astonishing amount of food in a single sitting, up to 80% of its own body weight. A Komodo dragon has a highly flexible skull and loose jaw articulations, much like a snake, which allows it to swallow huge chunks of meat. Despite their reputation as solitary hunters, Komodo dragons have a surprisingly complex social life, especially when it comes to food. The largest and most dominant males always eat first, asserting their authority with intimidating displays, hissing, and if necessary, physical combat. Fights between male dragons are intense and highly ritualized affairs. The two combatants will rise up on their hind legs, using their powerful tails as support, and then grapple with each other, almost like wrestlers. Biting is also common during these brawls, and their tough, armored skin provides some protection, but injuries can be severe. One of the most surprising skills in the Komodo dragon's repertoire is its ability to swim. They are powerful swimmers, using their muscular tails to propel themselves through the water with a serpentine motion. They can swim long distances between the islands of their national park, crossing channels with strong currents in search of new territory or mates. After successful courtship, the female faces the monumental task of finding a suitable place to lay her eggs. She often digs a deep nesting chamber or hijacks the large nesting mounds built by the orange-footed scrub fowl. In September, the female lays a clutch of up to 30 large, leathery eggs. The eggs incubate alone for 7 to 8 perilous months, vulnerable to predators and temperature fluctuations. The hatching around April is the beginning of their most dangerous chapter. The hatchlings are tiny, only 16 inches long and incredibly vulnerable. Their first instinct is to flee. Their greatest threat isn't birds or snakes, but other Komodo dragons, including their own mother. To escape this danger, hatchlings immediately scramble for the nearest trees. Their small size and sharp claws make them excellent climbers, spending their first years in the forest canopy. The young dragons, with vibrant markings, are perfectly camouflaged among leaves and branches. They feed on insects, geckos, small birds, and bird eggs. This arboreal lifestyle keeps them safe from larger relatives below. They live this way for 2 to 4 years, until they grow large enough, around 4 feet long, that they're no longer easy prey. Only then do they descend to the ground to begin life as terrestrial predators. In 2021, the International Union for Conservation of Nature updated their status from vulnerable to endangered. This was a critical warning bell for the species. Scientists estimate that there are fewer than 1,400 adult dragons left in the wild, with the total population, including juveniles, hovering around 3,000 individuals. Habitat loss is a major concern. On the island of Flores, forests are being cleared for agriculture and human settlements, shrinking the dragons' hunting grounds and fragmenting their populations. This encroachment also leads to a decline in their natural prey, such as the Timor deer. With less food available, the dragons struggle to survive and reproduce. An even more pressing danger is the looming impact of climate change. Projections indicate that rising seas could inundate and shrink the low-lying coastal areas that Komodo dragons favor, potentially reducing their available habitat by as much as 30%. Changes in temperature and rainfall patterns could also disrupt the delicate balance of their ecosystem, affecting everything from the incubation success of their eggs to the abundance of prey animals. Thankfully, the Komodo dragon is not without its guardians. The Indonesian government, along with international conservation organizations, is working tirelessly to secure the future of this iconic species. Researchers are on the ground studying every aspect of the dragon's life. They use GPS collars to track their movements, helping us understand how they use their territory and interact with each other. Engaging with local communities is another critical piece of the conservation puzzle. For generations, the people living on and around the islands have coexisted with the dragons. By providing jobs as guides, park rangers, and in hospitality, conservation efforts create a direct economic incentive for local people to protect their natural heritage. Ultimately, the survival of the Komodo dragon also depends on global awareness and support. When people learn about the dragon's unique biology and the threats it faces, they are more likely to support conservation efforts. It's a collective effort that spans from the rangers on the ground in Indonesia to people all over the world who care about preserving our planet's extraordinary biodiversity. The Komodo dragon is so much more than just the world's largest lizard. It is a symbol of resilience, a survivor from an ancient world that has managed to hold on in our modern era. As the apex predator of its island ecosystem, it plays an irreplaceable role in maintaining the health and balance of its environment. The fight to save the Komodo dragon is a fight for the preservation of wildness itself. In a world that is becoming increasingly tamed and developed, there are fewer and fewer places where true, untamed nature still holds sway. The islands of Komodo, Rinca, and their neighbors are some of those last bastions. Protecting the dragon means protecting this entire unique ecosystem. The story of the Komodo dragon is a mirror reflecting our own relationship with the natural world. It asks us a fundamental question: do we have the wisdom and the foresight to share this planet with its most magnificent creatures? Let us be the generation that secures the future of this living legend, ensuring that the silent, powerful footsteps of the Komodo dragon continue to echo across its island kingdom for centuries to come. The world is a richer, more exciting, and more wondrous place because it still has dragons. Let's keep it that way. If you enjoyed learning about these incredible creatures, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and explore more amazing animal documentaries.